Hey everyone, this is Sadie, and I just want to give you an idea of where I'm from right now and where is this 4beesonct court. If I was cool like Seahamp, I would go ahead and draw you a triangle from Fayetteville, Jonesboro, Pine Bluff, and pretend like we call that some sort of historic triangle. But since this is Arkansas, we are not that cool. But still, you probably recognize it. I could draw this shape, sleeping, but there's Arkansas right there, and it actually sits, yes, right next to Mississippi, which is interesting that my mother, who grew up around here in Jackson, Mississippi, actually never knew that that Arkansas bordered Mississippi, so she had a lot to learn when she became 33 years old and had to move right next door, but for all she knew, Arkansas was halfway across the United States. But luckily, it was not for her, and it was just really a short move here to Little Rock, Arkansas. That's where I want to take you. Most people know Little Rock, first of all, because that is where Bill Clinton was served as governor. But he was actually from Hope, Arkansas, which I guess I could find for us. There's all these annoying signs that are like, birthplace of President Bill Clinton. So, anyway, so that's where Clinton was originally from, and you can see there's Bill Clinton Drive and probably Bill Clinton bakeries and things. Other people know Little Rock from the incident at Little Rock Central High School, so I'll go ahead and show you that here's Little Rock Central. And it sits on Daisy Louise Gatson Bates Drive. She was the mentor and kind of the legal advisor to the Little Rock Nine, who were the 9 black students who in 1956 were the first to attempt integrating at a high school level in Arkansas, and it became a standoff between the federal government and then state authority, so it became quite famous. Public schools got shut down for an entire year in Little Rock, leading many actually to those with white children who still wanted them educated but could not get them educated in the public school for the year that they were shut down, decided that they would actually move out west in Little Rock and create more private schools there. So, just down this main highway here, down 630, is really where West Little Rock grew up, and that is where I am from as well. As we make our way down here, you basically just kind of go down 630. And 630 crosses 430, and we go up 430 here until I usually exit here at Cantrell Road. And all of this, I mean, really, any of this gray that you're seeing, any of these parking lots that you're seeing, it really grew up with all of this being built all around here. And so, yes, that's Piggy Street, so I hope you love that. And so all of this really, from when I was born, which is when we moved to Little Rock, to now, all of this has grown up here. So here is Taylor Loop Road that we take off of Cantrell, and finally my house, which is 4beesonct Court. So let's take us to Street View there. Okay, so here we are, and as you can see, there's the red door that's actually pictured on the front of the blog, and at the time, each of us had a car. So that's my dad's car, my sister's, my mom's, and there's mine. May it rest in peace. It was totaled. Not my fault. That's a different story. There's my brother's excellent truck back when he worked for a power washing company. So this is us. It's, really for me, pretty ideal. I will miss this house. Unfortunately, you can't see the feet of picket fence that my dad put up, but it was right there that he said, oh, hey, I did promise you a picket fence. So that was pretty cute that he built that fence for my mom. But it's pretty ideal, except for every now and then when you were playing some sort of baseball game, all the balls would go down into this drain right here. Or occasionally if it was raining. It rains pretty hard in Arkansas throughout the spring, and so if it rained really, really hard, then lots of leaves would clutter up the gutter there, and basically we'd have a swimming pool of a cul-de-sac. So these are my neighbors. There were only 3 other houses facing the cul-de-sac, so we always had a good time. There were kids in those houses that were pretty much our age, so we never lacked anyone to play with, and really the whole neighborhood's that way. Just really friendly. Never really had an issue with neighbors. Only once can I remember how we had any sort of issue with, theft, and even then it was from garages, so that's been nice. So that's 4beesonct Court. My project is really built around showing you inside of the house, but in my first post I allude to a time when I was 5 years old in kindergarten, and it was the first time I can remember that it actually snowed really well in Little Rock, and but I was not allowed to go out in that snow. As I watched my brothers and my brother and sister and then all of their friends build the huge snowman outside, I was not allowed out there. And really didn't think that was fair, and actually just stood and watched through those window panes right there as they built this huge snowman, and actually built it up into this yard right here. And so I really, felt very left out of that, really wishing I could get out there and be a big kid and be independent. And I remember thinking, if I had my way, I would be out there right now. And so it's just interesting now that I am sort of, I guess, in that independent role. I am outside of that window pane now, and I can make my own choices, but unfortunately that did not make life as easy as I thought it would when I was 5. But victory was actually mine, or at least revenge, because turns out by the next morning someone had come along with a 4-wheeler and just completely demolished their snowman. So, I'd like to think that my willpower had something to do with that, but I guess I could tell you that we built this tree. Really, there was any sort of greenery in our front yard when we moved into this house, so we put this tree in. We didn't build this tree, we planted this tree, and it has grown up from that to completely shading our entire house in 21 years, so that's been good. And I mean, I'm supposed to tell you about a specific time, a specific story, and I'm just thinking there are just too many, and I think I'm running into that with my project as a whole. There are just too many individual stories to tell you, and so I'm starting, and I'm trying to, from inside my home at 4beesonct Court, but from outside, I guess you'll just have to take me at my word that this is really a place that I'll miss, and just kind of that fondness for this place that I'm showing you right now. I guess you'll just have to, it comes. It's not just, I like this place a lot just because it's nice or it's pretty or because we have great cars. It's, it's none of those things. I like it so much. I like my home so much because it's home for me. So, and there are all sorts of stories lying underneath that fondness, but for now, at least now you know where it is, and I'll actually back up to Little Rock so you can see that we were really kind of out here in Cantrell Road when I was talking to you, and now here's all of Little Rock again, and I can back up to show you now that there is Fayetteville up here. That's where we'll be moving. And if I zoom out just a little bit, or a lot bit, There's Fayetteville in relation to Little Rock, so that's where we'll be moving. It'll be great. I'm really actually very excited for it, but these will always be my roots right there. So thanks for listening.